Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. So I'm out again. I may have tagged this onto an earlier miserable video that I took yesterday because I was feeling a bit worse for wear. It's next day, still sunny, still a breeze. You notice that if I have added the two videos together, yesterday and today, then I've got a different mic. I've got the DJI mic Mini 2 because of the wind. It's still very, in fact it's more windier today than it was yesterday, which is a fantastic relief because it's still pretty hot and it breaks the humidity. I'm doing another circular route. I'm doing a completely different walk. So I've come away from the village and I'm going to do a loop, and the reality is it's a lovely walk. However, there is one place I want to visit which is near a little sort of I think it's a mere, but it's actually very, very small and probably dried out, with some lovely flowers that bloom there, and I'm just want to see where they're up to. And also as I go along, just take a few video clips of the nature and wildlife and cattle. You may have caught a couple of sheep, and just over here in this field there are two nice little ponies. Nice sort of fawn coloured one and brown one, and no surprise that they're hiding in the shade. The field beyond is just to the left of them has got some very old agricultural equipment. Looks like some it just snorted then at me. It's looking at me. I don't want it to come all the way up the hill thinking I've got some carrots and apples and be very disappointed when it gets here. So I'm going to move on. It's quite a bit of a walk, this one. It's longer than most of my walks, and it's tea time already. Okay, onwards and upwards, up there. As you can see, I'm just really grabbing any interesting shots, even road junctions. I think this road leads onto a path that takes us to a woodland area which I've not been to for ages, but we're going, unfortunately, uphill. Thank God for the breeze. Now there's a young lad lives in the village all his life, and he supplies my kindling, and I know he's got a small number of sheep, and he's got some chickens recently because he put a little note through the letterbox saying fresh eggs. So I'm on my second dozen eggs. Eggs are really pretty good for the diet that I'm on, which is basically no sugars and ultra low carbohydrates. And he dropped them off a couple of nights ago, and I said, because it was Friday night, what are you up to? Are you going to the pub or what have you? And he said he was coming up here to shear sheep for one of the farmers. And so whilst I'm walking around and I'm looking in these fields, I'm looking at all these sheep and they all look freshly sheared, and I'm wondering whether it's Eric's handy hand. Anyway, I digress. We're heading this way, and when we get to another track that takes us over the hill, then we'll say hello again. Rabbit, seen me. It's not close enough though. Another rabbit. It's a hare, it's a hare. Definitely a hare. I just reached that derelict farm buildings, corrugated iron on the roof, but it's collapsing a little bit. Just taking a quick shot. Polarizer to the extent that it works. Hang on, let me just check. Nah, nothing. Although it should do. I'm on aperture f9. There's no real foreground, just taking the top of the roof to show the damage. Okay, ISO 100, the 1/60th. I'm going to focus on the bricks on the roof. I've just come to the side. I've just come to the side of the house. There's quite a lot of high grass. I'm just seeing if I can get a shot. There we go. Hey! Now, did I get the shot or did I save you? Let's have a quick look. I'm going to take another one. You can tell it's very windy. This is going to be one-handed. It's a 60th of a second, so I don't know what it's going to look like. Well, if none of them come out, I'm a rubbish photographer. Okay. Anyway, that's where we've come from, and now we've done the up bit, and sorry about the sun. Now we're going to do the down bit. I tell you what, there's so many red admiral butterflies. They're not big, so I'm guessing they're baby ones, unless there's a breed of those butterflies that are small. What's that? It's a crow. No, it's not. It's a raptor. It's a raptor. And it's being chased off by crows. Oh my god, there's 3 rabbits. No, there's 3 hares over there. I wish I had got my telescopic lens on. 2 of them are running off into the field and one's just stood there. And I don't know whether way over there, that's that bird of prey. No idea what it is. I was wondering whether it's a goshawk or a... Look at them run, there's 4 of them. Can you see that? I wonder if they're going to have a fight. I've never seen hares have a punch up. Seems to be a face-off. That is a bird of prey, I think. Yep, it's swooping around. There's 2 birds it seems to be chasing after. He's just perched on that wall. Darn that I didn't bring my 70 to 350. So I've reached the spot. This was where I was, August last year. So we're talking about 10 months ago, nearly 12 months ago. And I was here taking a shot. It's one of my very first shots I took with my new Hasselblad system. So I've got full memories. I've got a really nice photo. And it was really of this background that you can see, but it was all blooming with this gorgeous pinky purple flower, which I've forgotten the name of. I'll have to look it up again. Sorry. I'll even put the picture up as well. And I was testing a few lenses. I actually tested, there's a video on it. I tested the 3 main lenses that I'd got for the Hasselblad. There was a 25mm, 40 and a 90. I'd also bought a old vintage 250mm Carl Zeiss Hasselblad lens for the H system. It had an adapter. It weighs a ton. I've still got it. I think that was probably the last time I used it, to be honest with you. It's just so heavy. Anyway, so it was here. And if you can see, there's 2 rocks down here. They were prominent in the compositions. Everything at the moment, right now, is just completely overgrown. So there's like a mere small thing over here, just behind all these reeds you can see. Now I've got the directional mic on, the Sony on here, and I'm not entirely sure how it'll cope with this wind, so I've also got you recording on the Action 5 with this. Right, I'm going to go and have I don't think there's going to be any image to take here, to be honest with you. You know, some lovely colours. I'm just going to have a potter around and see what I can see.
Did you see the missing mic? Yes, it got knocked off. It annoyingly got knocked off, making this B-roll scene, because I had to first position the camera for me to walk past. Take a look. So here I've positioned the camera. I'm walking back now so I can walk towards the camera and waving my arm so I know afterwards that this bit isn't for the video. This is just me positioning myself, and now is where it all happens. Fortunately, because I filmed it, I could go back the next day and recover it, but alas, these last few scenes, the audio is maybe a little bit of wind noise, so forgive me for that.
So there's something interesting here. This is the mere I was telling you about, looking decidedly lacking in water. But we've got these nice reeds. So I think I am going to get a shot. You're going to get a shot of this. Let me have a look and see if I can get a composition, and I'll tell you what we've got. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about what I've got here. I've been trying to put together a composition which takes into account the reeds here growing in the centre of what this should be a mere. We've got mosses in the background, a little bit of cool, and then the long reeds with a W, oh no, with an R, and then we've got the foliage, the bushes at the back. The first shot I'm going to take is just down. I haven't got a wide angled lens, unfortunately. This is 18mm, which is getting at the widest, so it's not great, but so I'm going to see what I can catch. I've increased the ND, so up to 5 stops on this filter. So I'll put to 5 stops and I've got a half a second. So there is actually a circular polarizer.
So you might have gathered that the wind really picked up at this point, so probably easy if I just quickly explain what I was doing here. I was focusing on the reeds on the water's edge, and I got f11. I was using a circular polarizer, so the shutter speed was 1/6 of a second, and I was at 18mm. That's the focal length. And yeah, it seemed to be going okay. Just the slight problem is that the action camera was really exposed to the wind, hence, yeah, not great at this point.
2 seconds in. Okay. Show you. So you have to remember that this is 18mm, and when I'm in video mode it's just slightly cropped, so you're not seeing the whole of the actual image. So we're all at 18mm, that's as wide as it'll go. I haven't got an L bracket on this camera. I bought 2 and haven't used them once yet. That's mainly because it's my main video camera. Anyway, so that's the image. Now I'm going to take a further one, which rather than actually focus us down on this little pool here, is actually going to be a little bit more up. So we've got the reeds in the background. Zoom into them a little bit more and see whether that's any good. Yeah, so I've just taken a few shots. I think the one I like the most is actually where we're getting as much in as possible. I just adjusted the exposure, so we've got 1/6 of a second, and I think 1/6 of a second was before. Yeah, 2 seconds. Boom. Well, if they were any good, I'll put them up now.
And here, my friends, is where I first realised my mistake and that the mic is now lost.
Well, thank you for watching this episode. I'm not quite sure what those images are going to be like, and also at some point during the affairs of today, my mic came off my shirt. So I had a quick look for it, but there's no sign of it. I think it might be actually where my hat, I think when I was near that abandoned or derelict farm barn, my hat came off and I sort of like dashed, and it might have just knocked my microphone off then, or any of numerous occasions when I've been taking this sling bag off. But I just had a look down there near that mere and there was nothing. So I'm going to head back. The good thing about the police is they're quite cheap, but yeah, sorry about the wind noise. Okay, I've still got to get home. It's 7:15, so I think it was 4:45 when I set off. Just 2.5 hours. 3 hours by the time I get back. I'm going to feel quite peckish. Alright, catch you later. Those are the fields and the views around my village. Cows on the other side there. Not bad.